Drex The Joint is getting canceled by the LA Crips and by the whole world. Now you're in conflict with the Long Beach Crips, the LA Crips, La Puente, and the East Coast Crips. Hey, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho podcasts. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field today. Today we're talking about Drex The Joint, Play Your Way, Los Angeles, Taggers. So, get this straight, people. Afro-Mexican. He is a black man, descendant from slaves that were brought to Mexico. I don't know why people don't understand that there were more slaves brought to the Mexico and to Latin America than to the United States. That's why there's so many Afro-Latinos. I don't understand why people don't understand. He is not just black. He is not just Mexican. He is not half black. He is not half Mexican. He is a black man, and his ethnicity is Mexican. I swear, bro, these YouTubers, and that's why you can't trust these fools, man. They're not educated, fool. They don't know what's going on. They can't even break down somebody's race. And Guerrero is a major Mexican state in Mexico, right? With one of the highest populations of Afro-Mexicanos. Mexicanos. Afro-Mexicanos. Okay, people? Try to understand. Close to the coast. Why do you think that they're close to the coast? Because they came on boats like the same people, slaves that came in the United States. I think I'm going to start doing history lessons so I can teach my people first before I start talking ish about. But what's going on today, people, is that Drex The Joint is getting canceled by the LA Crips and by the whole world. DW Flame, shout out to Long Beach. Shout out to Eastside Longos. But real quick, I just want to break down a couple things in this video about his race, about what happened, and where we're going. Who this is, Drex The Joint. He's a dope rapper coming out of Santa Ana, California. And he's not a gangster, he's a tagger, respectfully, tag banger maybe. And I do want us to talk about why tag bangers are messing up LA politics. I mean, think about some of the popular people, right? Drex The Joint is a tagger, he's not from an established hood. You saw that when Duno went and took him over there. And then Lucky from Hoodstocks went over there, and one of the homies were like, he talked to the established gang that was there, and they're like, he's not from there, and that's what tag bangers kind of do. They undermine what's going already on the kind of fabric of the gang lifestyle. They'll kind of undermine that, right? Kings have arrived. There was North Bowling and East Bowling, right? And they were like, I guess they were close with East Bowling and East Bowling Park Bowling, but they wanted to do their own thing, right? So the Kings have arrived, and I kind of respect that whole rebellious thing to kind of go against an established neighborhood. But a lot of times what happens with that is these fools don't have bigger homeboys, right, to lead them in the right direction. And so today I just want to talk about the guidance of these taggers, who they need better direction. They need big homeboys. If you saw the OG that was with Hoodstocks, he was an OG surrounded by youngsters and different age groups. He was older, there was guys younger than him, then there was peewees, like real young guys. So there's generations of guys to teach you how to gangbang, how to carry yourself as a real professional and gentleman in this street life, which in the end is all contradictions and BS, but it's just an expression of poverty. So in the end, it's like we're all losing because we're all expression of poverty and we're expressing it in different ways, but it's not, we're conflicting with each other, even though we should be, again, rising and trying to build this kind of Latino black hip-hop movement, but we'll see. Drex The Joint, he's been popping this thing. He got into it's funny because he's like a Afro-Mexican Southsider tagger, and Player Ways is a Mexican East Coast Crip. Who would have thought in the 90s? The funny part, there's always been races and different gangs. There's been Mexicans and black gangs, like Taco from Inglewood that has a son named Ruchi. Shout out to him, great music. I listened to it at the gym. That's North. So there's people like that. There's all kinds of history of people being in different gangs, black 18th Streeters, black Sureños, all that, right? So that's okay, but it's just a trip that two people are conflicting, and, Drex should probably he would look more natural as a Crip, and Player Waves would look more natural as a Southside tagger, right? But it's switched, and that's LA for you. Only in Los Angeles could something like that really happen. And that's why I kind of love LA in one way. But it's sad to see what's going on. Basically, they got into a conflict. I'm not going to get into the street conflict and all that because I don't like to promote street violence or this or that. But I will say that they got into conflict at these shows. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is this guy is Drex The Joint. He has good music. And I like Rascal was saying about Lefty. Why do these guys think that they need to put extras on it? Why do he need to do all this? He has good music. So does Player Ways. They both are good, great, talented young men. And why are they conflicting with each other when they could be building each other up? Because all of us, I guess, have been sold that conflict sells. And that conflict will get you out there. But the thing is, I feel like in the end, this conflict will do us in. because Drex The Joint is popping, but now he has a whole side, a whole race of people that are, say they might not hate him, but they're going to question him. And all it takes is somebody to question you a little bit and then just move you to the side. Switch your Spotify. I don't want to listen to him. That's too much drama. I'm going to go listen to another artist. And that's all it takes. And you could lose hundreds of thousands of followers, fans by conflict. And you got to watch out. Disrespect Icon, disrespect Food Community, disrespect Blue Devil, and they have fans and they could not like me, you know? So I have to think about those things when I'm out here disagreeing with foods online. Shout out to the Food Community though. The only objective platform out there right now. Sad to say. All these other platforms, Crazy Hood Media, the world as we know it, these the Norte platforms are all, none of them, they're all skewed for sure. They are not objective. So whatever you want to say about the food community, what I said, they still on top, in my opinion. But back to Drex. I just wanted to get some guidance to these taggers, bro. I don't understand why they feel like they need to overcompensate. He goes to the Jesse Owens Park. I guess that's the park where East Coast Crips are at. And marks them out, you know, on the location and shows, you know, and it's just like, it's just so unnatural to me. I didn't grow up doing West, like showing things online like that, but it is what it is. This is a new age, and you know, they're taking shot. I guess they went over there to La Puente también with Roddy Rack, and you know, and now he's getting in trouble for saying, one of his homies for saying the ER word. I would want to know why maybe he was just buzzed, but as an Afro-Mexican, I wouldn't be okay with somebody saying the ER word in front of me. So Drex, I really wanted to say, you gotta step your game up and check your homies, bro, and you could say that you checked them later, but it's better to check somebody in the moment. But I understand when you're popping it, you're drinking and all that, you can't really remember what everybody's saying, and maybe you feel that way. And I understand the crab part respectfully, the Crip part. Crab is a derogatory word for Crips, and I'm just saying it for documentary purposes, not for disrespect, because up north there's a thing called C14, Crips and Nortes, so we're cool with the Crips. Shout out to the Crip, but and shout out to the Blacks, all of them. You know, the Crips are coming out, DW Flame, Long Beach representing, you know what I mean? He's one of them guys that I really actually like his personality overall. I feel like he's a stand-up man, and he's just saying, Drex, bro, the Mexicans already kind of question you for being black, because Mexicans are kind of racist sometimes, to be honest. And then now you got the blacks on you, and if you had less feelings, you should have just kept them in private. The other part about all of this is now we're all talking about him. You know, he went viral. He went viral for a negative thing, and we can see if he can turn it around and go viral for something positive, because I do think that he has music that's worthy of being played and listened to. And I listened to 2 or 3 of his songs, actually. One of the songs with Roddy Rax is a banger, for sure. And then the first song he did, I don't know, it's like Pop Out, that song was with the business, bro. And he has charisma, he's funny, he has a story about his mother and his family, his brother. So Drex, if you see this, and if you don't, it's all good, but I just hope that you'll kind of stop with the diss and stop. These taggers in LA seem like they're messing up LA politics for everybody, or messing it up, kind of messing up the bag for a lot of people. So I would just suggest you to Drex is to stay low. He did make an apology letter saying, or you know, story saying, hey, I never dissed a race, and the guy that did, he got DP'd. Who knows if he really did? You know, he didn't say sorry for saying crabs, because he in his opinion, that's his enemies, and he can disrespect his enemies. And in a lot of his videos, he says like Burger King or BK, and I thought it was for Bloods, but I guess it's for another tagging crew. I just don't know why they feel the need to do all this when they can just rely on their talent, and the talent will take you way farther, bro, way further. Now you're in conflict with the Long Beach Crips, the LA Crips, La Puente, and the East Coast Crips in LA is one of the biggest Crip sets. You know, they went to war with the Florence. I was living in Los Angeles when that war started, and I was kind of hanging out now at the end when it ended. So, bro, you're barking up a tree that you are not going to be able to climb, and that tree will drop on you, bro, and smash you, homie. So please, everybody in LA, you know, there's already so much going on with the fires and everything. We don't need this conflict. Drex The Joint is a joint that even his name sounds like something a black man would say, like, I'm a joint, you feel me? Or, you know, so I feel like even your culture, even how you carry yourself is kind of black, right? So be proud to be black, bro. Try to educate people on who you are so they don't have to be confused and not really stand with you, because there's a huge black population in Latin America, and they're respected. And yes, there is discrimination, like the Mexicans the black Mexicans in his state, Guerrero, they actually just got their citizenship and their rights as Mexicans like 7 or 8 years. There's still a lot of racism, and maybe that's why he kind of pulls away from the black thing. But I think it'd be sick if he was proud to be an Afro-Latino, if he didn't let people say the ER word in front of him, if he didn't go to hoods that don't really matter, really far away from Orange County. you know, in La Puente and South Central. If he just relied on his music, if he didn't pop out on fools at shows, you're all in the media now, bro, but I'll be talking about another young man in a couple weeks probably if you don't get it together. Please give the homeboy some guidance. Shout out to DW Flame. Shout out to some of the YouTubers, the rap politics or whatever, man. I love that one. But shout out to all the YouTubers that are doing their thing in 2025. I'm gonna try to calm down a little bit. I know I'm a little crazy and active. I think it's just because I drink too much coffee. But let me know if you like the more calmer Pocho. I want to try to bring a little bit of positivity to all the drama online, but who knows? You know your boy is down with the drama. Like and subscribe, please. You know I need it. And again, you guys, there's a video coming up right here. Go watch it when I'm not as calm and El Sucker Free takes over and has to check these lames from up north. But it's all good. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho podcast. Support a real one in the field. And shout out to DW Flame one more time. Drex The Joint, East Coast Crip, the taggers in Santana, the real gangsters in LA, and everybody just watching the circus. This is your boy Pocho One, and I'm out.